All right, Al says, will you go over the Texas lease option requirements? I know it's different from other states. I've never done a lease option in Texas. Okay. I understand that you can only do it for 6 months in Texas. So that basically puts a short timeline on doing a sandwich lease option in Texas, which is buying a house on a lease option and selling it on a lease option. But you have 6 months. Do it in 6 months. Don't give them a year or two. You can find people that only need 6 months. I don't have a problem with it. The other thing is, when we talk about lease options in Texas, we totally ignore free and clear houses in Texas. Over the whole country, 25% of the houses out there are paid off. That means in Texas, statistically, 25% of the houses that are built don't have a mortgage. So in Texas, buy the house with owner financing. In Tennessee, buy the house with owner financing. In Florida, in California, in New York, buy it with owner financing. Find free and clear houses. Give your tenant buyers 3 months to get their crap together. And if they don't, kick them out. Tell them to leave. The reason that Texas doesn't like sandwich lease options is because Texas has some amazing foreclosure laws. It's easier to foreclose on somebody in Texas than it is to evict them. All right, do that then. Thing is, no matter what your state laws say, no matter what kind of issues your county throws at you, there's deals to be done. I know tons of wholesalers, tons of investors, tons of fix and flippers, tons of deal makers in Texas. And they figure it out. In First Deal Done Fast, I give you a list of 30 attorneys in Texas to start your search to find the perfect Texas real estate attorney. I have not spoken to any of them, but these are the 30 that I would start with if I was in Texas needing an attorney to help me do a lease option deal or to help me think through how to figure out how to do a lease option deal in Texas. The other thing is, I've got lots of students in California. They don't buy squat in California. So just because you're in Texas, there's no law that requires you to buy in Texas. Maybe you're close to Oklahoma. Maybe you're close to Louisiana. Maybe you're close to, is it Arizona or New Mexico that's close to Texas on that side? I don't know. But just because you're in Texas doesn't mean that you have to do sandwich lease options in Texas. There's lots of ways to make money in real estate in Texas. There's lots of ways to make money in real estate in Georgia. There's lots of ways to make money in real estate without having a license, and lots of creative ways that we can make deals happen anywhere. I talked to a friend this morning in Australia, and she's like, Whitney, you really need to come over here and do a workshop. And I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. I have a student in New Zealand. I have 3 students in Spain. In First Deal Done Fast, I give you the building blocks, I give you the strategies, I give you the structure, I give you the process, I give you everything that I know. And then I teach you how to make it happen, make it work in your area, in your honey hole. Because guys, I've bought in like 4 or 5 different counties in 2 different states. I haven't done deals all across the country. But one thing that I know is that sellers are the same. People are the same. We all put our pants on or put our dress on the same way every day. We all have parents who are getting old and passing. We all have kids that are getting busier and busier in sports and dance and all that stuff. We all know people who suddenly got a job transfer and now they got an empty house. We all know people who thought they wanted to be a landlord and then decided they didn't want to be a landlord. We all know people who have empty houses. All of that stuff isn't special to Tennessee or Georgia. It isn't special to me. I'm not a unicorn. I'm just persistent and determined. It's not special. Sellers are the same. Our accents are different. The terminology we use is different. The contracts might be different. The phrase on the contract might be different. But the deal, the process, the structure, overall is the same. You have to learn how to find the sellers. You have to learn how to talk to the sellers. You have to learn how to sign the paperwork with the sellers. And it doesn't matter where you are or what it's called, it's the same. There's difficult sellers everywhere. There's easy sellers everywhere. All of that is the same. Don't overcomplicate it. All right. There's 3 steps. You have to find it, buy it, and sell it. There's probably 18 steps in those 3 steps, but that's the process that will teach you.